Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. This is the match reaction. Crystal Palace nil, Everton nil in the FA Cup third round. The replay will be at Goodison in a few weeks' time or whatever it is. To be honest, I don't really care, to be honest, because I can't even think of a result that is reasonably decent, even though it's adding an extra game to our calendar, which we don't need in terms of what's going on in the Premier League at the moment for us. I can't even concentrate because I've just probably, I think, in the past 3 or 4 years or whatever it's been for VAR, the worst red card decision I've ever seen in my life. That is an absolute joke. I honestly don't understand any more about football. I don't get it. Um, I've just seen Calvert-Lewin kissing off the fans there because they're waving him goodbye. Anyone in football, what is the point of football anymore? Honestly, what is the point of it being a contact sport? It is absolutely ludicrous that they make decisions like this on a regular basis, but this one to me is just mental. I couldn't even react to it because I just knew he was going to get sent off. It's like you stud show anyway when you tackle. I don't understand that saying. I don't understand it, and I don't understand why it's such a danger. You can't tackle anymore. I'd be too scared to play the game, to be honest, because especially if I was an Evertonian playing for Everton. I've just seen a replay and I can't believe that today, in this day of age, is a red card. Red card? He's just trying to get the ball. He doesn't even slightly touch him. It's just madness. You've got, you're stretching for the ball, you're trying to win a ball, you're trying to kick a ball away, you're trying to just get something from it. And it's a red card for that decision is bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. This game, this sport has a risk of injury, you know. Like any other sport, it has a risk of injury. And that's what comes into your contract, and that's what you know before stepping up to be a professional. If you do end up making it, even not being a professional, people in Sunday League break their legs, have issues with injuries and whatnot. That in no way is a malicious tackle. There's no way of intended to hurt someone. That's when it should be deemed a red, because it's dangerous foul play, because there's some sort of intention there or something, or really badly judged and timed. That is a joke of a decision. What I've just seen, he's literally sliding the ball to try and win it. Where some terms plays like slide the ball and then kill the ball around with a foot to try and, to keep hold of the ball. That's basically what it was, and it's deemed a red card. What is the point? Anyone at any game can get a red card now. Any game you can get a handball because it hit you in the hands without you intentionally. We got a handball from Onana the other day or the week, and he put his hand in his face. The ball's hitting his face anyway. So how is that an advantage to Onana? How in this situation is that a red card to Calvert-Lewin? I feel like I'm gonna go on about this all night. It should get overturned, but we could have ended up losing that game because of something stupid like that. What is the point of the referee looking at the screen? I feel like we say this all the time, and it feels like there's no point me going on about it, but it's absolutely laughable that this is the number one sport in the world, not just in England and the UK, in the world, and you have decisions like this in a professional game. Tennis is so much more professional with their decisions. Snooker, all kinds of way more professional in their decisions and have common sense. This has absolute no common sense, and now they're scared about the potential of players getting injured more and whatnot, and these type of tackles need to be ruled out of the game. For one, they're trying to add more fixtures into the calendar with these Super League and all this kind of stuff going on. There just seems to be more additional fixtures these days, so that puts stress on the players and causes an increased chance of getting injured. So that's out of the bucket anyway. What they're trying to say is, you know, trying to get these type of tackles out of the games. It's not even bad tackles. It's just, it's ridiculous how you're getting sent off for stuff like that. But then they have, and they say for, you know, they're doing it for this type of reason and whatever. Yet they put more fixtures into the calendar. Um, you know, they go on about the head injuries in football and concussion and all this kind of stuff. Onana tries to block his face, getting smashed by a ball about 5 yards away from him, and blocks it with his hand with no advantage of it going over his head, and he's stopping a goal or anything. He's just protecting his face because, you know, that's what you should really do when a ball gets smashed in your face, and then that's deemed as a penalty. Like, nothing adds up, nothing makes sense. They say one thing, but then they put rules like this in football now, and it's just ruining the game of football. It makes no sense whatsoever. How many times does this need to be called for? It's never going to be accepted, these decisions, by fans, and it's going to end up ruining football. You're going to lose people watching it, because I'm actually starting to get really bored of watching football, because it just seems to be a referee decision is all you talk about in a game. I can't even talk about the match. The match was pretty drab. A few chances there and there. Eze, very good shot at the end. Virginia saves it. Harrison blasting over the bar. I can't even remember many chances, to be honest, in the game at all. Garner hitting a straight at their goalkeeper, Henderson. I can't even think of any other chances than the last 15-20 minutes, because my head's absolutely swarmed with the fact that Calvert-Lewin's been sent off for a challenge, which is never even, in my eyes, a yellow card. Not even a yellow card. It's just, it's absolutely bonkers. And what tops it off as well is McNeil. I don't know what's happened to McNeil. I really hope it's nothing. Nothing too serious. Maybe not risking him, putting him on his ankle. You know, he hasn't. It's not even a contact from anyone, which is even more worrying. He could have twisted his ankle. I'm hoping he has, which isn't too bad. But if he's done worse, you know, McNeil's a big player for us, and no one's really like him in the team. So that's very worrying in my eyes if this is a bad injury. And it just tops up the... You know, I was just waiting for Crystal Palace, to be honest, to score a winner, because I thought, fuck this. You know, it's corrupt again. Not just for us, you know, with the VAR decisions and that, but, you know, it's very much just against us, everything. Never a sending off. McNeil now gets injured. You know, could have lost the game, which would have just topped it off, and it would have been very Everton if that was the case. Luckily, we didn't lose the game. But at the same time, do I really want a cup run? One, I don't even think we're going to win it. Two, we haven't got a big enough squad, if we get even more injuries with the McNeil, to even compete in the FA Cup. And also, because of this minus 10 points, which is corruption, I don't care what anyone says, you do wrong in football, but we've been accounted to following the rules and whatever, and trying to basically sort things out with our finances, and we've owned up to it, and we get hit by the worst points deduction in Premier League history. I think right now, again, which is frustrating for every Everton fan, and probably for some of the players as well who's been there for a number of years, that we're going to have to focus on the league again and focus on staying up, because teams in and around us have changed managers. Things happen in the Premier League season. We've lost 3 on the bounce in the Premier League. Luckily, we didn't lose again today, in terms of, you know, how that would have felt going into the Aston Villa game, knowing that you've lost 4 in a row. Well, actually 5 in a row, because, yes, you drew against Fulham, but you still got knocked out. Still deflating, horrible feeling at the end of the game. It is a loss when you come out, you know, in the tournament, you're out, and lose 3 in the Premier League, and then you could have lost tonight. You didn't stop the rot, in a sense. Even though it doesn't feel like a rot, but it really could have damaged us mentally even more. So I think that staying, you know, this could have helped us a bit more mentally, knowing that we survived the last 20 minutes of the game, or 15 minutes, 30 minutes, I don't even know, it was 10 minutes added on time, basically 9 minutes. So hopefully that makes us feel a bit better. We've got 10 days as well to recover, finally, after a busy festive period. Hopefully the McNeil injury isn't as serious. Hopefully Calvert-Lewin's red card does get overturned, and should get overturned. I don't care how slow you want to, how you want to put them images together to the referee. What is the point of him looking at that screen? He's going to make the decision anyway. You're wasting more time in the game. What is the point? what is the point? Yeah, I think I've seen it twice overturned in VAR history. The referee goes to screen, changes man, or sticking with his decision. It's a fucking joke and it's a laugh. It's a comical fucking sport now. It's just embarrassing to watch. To be honest, I feel really embarrassed that these are the rules and that's how the officiating is dealt with in games. Like, what is the point of going to a screen when you're going to stick to the same decision? It doesn't make sense. And I'm not just saying this for us, I've seen it many other times and go, what's the point? What is the point? You might as well just call it, mate. What's the point of you looking at it? Really? Just say, right, I'm not in charge here. They're in charge. They've seen a slowed down image of someone, of a contact sport, having their foot slightly high on someone's leg. It's a contact sport and it happens. Get over it and deal and make sure you don't ruin this game of football and this sport. Just, I don't even care. I want it to be halfway through the season changing the rules, honestly, because it's ruining the game and it could send teams down and make, massive, big injustice in some of these football businesses and clubs and stuff. So it needs to sort it out, basically. It's beyond a joke. But yeah, I'll see us all soon then, for the match preview for Aston Villa game or any updated news for Aston Football Club. See you soon.